Hello there. How are you doing today? I hope students are feeling fine. Now, this video is for EBM 1023 organizational behavior. More specifically, this video is relevant to give you some tips or some kind of advice before you take the midterm assessment for organizational behavior, and that is EBM 1023. Now, when I say tips, might be the case that, perhaps some of you might think that tips are like giving away questions. Uh, I suppose that is quite common for people to think as such. If the word tips for midterm examination is given, then they're hoping for questions or even questions with answers. Now, that is not correct. In this video, I will not give you tips. Rather, I would tell you how you should approach the midterm assessment of this course, organizational behavior. Now, first and foremost, my advice to you is that you need to read the books. Okay? Keep up with your readings. That is the typical advice, I suppose, that the typical lecturer would give to his or her students. Now, reading the book might be quite difficult for you. That one I understand. But you cannot avoid reading the book. So keep up with the chapter or chapters that you should be reading. As I've been telling you, during the first week of this course, people need to spend between 3 to 6 hours to read the materials from the textbook. And then people must be alert during lectures. Take notes during lectures, as I've been telling people in class. People must pay attention by taking down notes. Now, just because this is an online class doesn't mean that things are kind of easier compared to face-to-face. But perhaps even the online lecture or lectures would be much more difficult than face-to-face. Or perhaps some of you might have internet problems. But whatever it is, students have to take notes. Take notes. If you are the traditional kind of student, that would be pen or pens and paper or papers. Okay. For instance, take the notes and then transfer those notes to kind of a better form. Perhaps you might want to type it, okay, or to at least to rewrite it. And then before the class ends, at least for my classes, I will always ask students if they have any questions. So that will be the opportunity for you to ask questions based from your notes. You might have missed something. Okay, you might have look at your notes and you feel that there are some gaps or things that are not properly explained, or you might have missed something. So those are the time or situation in which you need to use to make sure that upon finishing the class or upon leaving the class, that you need to understand what has been said. by the lecturer. Okay, so that's one thing. Now another thing, and I think I might have kind of explain it in class and even to emphasize this in class, is that you need to participate in the class activities with regards to the assessment or assessments. Okay, because the questions are not questions that are out of the blue. Those questions would be based on the discussions that should be or supposed to be undertaken in the context of our online learning platform eLearning. So you need to participate. And when I say participate in the discussion, the participation should not be like you giving a few words, or type a few words in the discussion or in the eLearning forum. You need to honestly and earnestly discuss, to engage, to deal with the discussion questions or questions. You cannot just or type something and then that's it. It will not work like that. Or at least you will not optimize the avenues that have been given to you to prepare you to answer the questions. So you need to uh, meaningfully participate and engage by discussing amongst yourselves with regards to the questions given in the forums. Okay, participate as much as possible because this is how you sharpen up your thoughts. Okay, and then of course, when you actually answer the questions, you must show effort to answer the question. Now, this is particularly important given my experience of seeing students answering the not only midterm but even for final exam questions. It seems that quite a few of you do not show that you are trying or even trying to answer the question. If that is the case, then it will be difficult for you to get marks because you need to remember, and I have said this in class several times by now, that the CLO or the course learning outcome or course objective that is relevant for the midterm requires you to be able to discuss organizational behavior phenomena at the individual, group, and system/organizational level. And that is designated at the C2 level. Okay, the C2 level of the C2 level of cognitive domain. Okay, and I have shown this in class. The explanation of the relevant domains have been given to you at the eLearning. Okay, C2 requires you to exhibit understanding, okay, comprehension, okay, understanding. Okay, so if you cannot or if you do not want to answer to the fullest extent, then you will not optimize your marks. In other words, you might not get the marks that you're hoping to get. Okay, so there you go. Those are the advice for you students before you take the midterm. Okay, so if you have any questions, please ask them in the comment section, or ask the questions through the various other modes of communication that is available and convenient for you to use, perhaps the e-leap, okay, or perhaps in the class, etc., etc. Remember, it's all about your effort in showing understanding of the various concepts of organizational behavior. That is the main idea of the midterm. Midterm is not about you memorizing, okay? The midterm is not about you trying to get the answer which is correct, okay? The midterm is about you trying to kind of demonstrate how well you understand organizational behavior. So make sure when you answer the midterm, or before you answer the midterm, you have done the preparation by participation or by participating in the various forums. And then compose your answer thoughtfully. Remember, make sure, okay, every single word, sentence, paragraphs demonstrate your understanding. Do not just write for the sake of writing. Write to demonstrate your understanding. And then make sure that you have effort, okay, effort when you answer the questions. So if you have any questions, give me comments below, or if you prefer, uh, ask me in class or through the various other kind of mode of communication. In that regard, I would like you to wish you all the best in preparing for the midterm and in taking the midterm. And remember, okay, take care of yourselves, make sure that you are healthy, okay? Health is everything, and if you're in good health, that will help you to get the most out of this course. So adios, I'll see you again in some of the videos. All the best.